Kyrie and LeBron and Dallas. I mean, would LA Lakers or Dallas, well, especially the Lakers or Dallas, but would they do a Luka for LeBron swap? Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Check out the NBA Talk playlist, more videos like this. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. That's the only way it would work because I mean, you know, the way they spoke on it, Undisputed, they was basically saying that, you know, LeBron is tied to the worth of the Lakers. Now, I'm not saying Jeannie Buss is gonna be thinking to sell him anytime soon. Her dad will probably wake up from his grave and come get her ass. But then again, LeBron is tied to what they gonna make and what they could charge for season tickets. So they probably want to ride the LeBron train until the wheels fall off, and maybe they would send Anthony Davis over there for something. But if that did work with LeBron in Dallas, I mean, Luka Dončić had to literally say, "Oh, well, I'm not happy here," and I don't think he's happy. I don't think he was happy with the Kyrie trade. And I just got a feeling that he gonna leave. Everybody talk about how, you know, they could move Trae Young, they could move Julius Randle, if anybody want him, and all the possible. You hear Cleveland might be looking to kind of restructure their team a tad bit. You know, people could be saying, well, Giannis could be leaving and all this shit. Who knows? Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, etc. But I don't think people's kind of putting enough on Luka Dončić's plate, bro. Like, I think he could be wanting to get out of there. You know, I think he could be wanting to get out of there, man, because Mark Cuban didn't F that team up. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They went to the Western Conference Finals with the team, and then they sit there and they gut the team. You know, they let Jalen Brunson walk when they should have paid him, and he felt that, you know, they didn't pay him, so he was gonna walk no matter what they had offered him. And he went to New York, and he probably was tired of playing in Luka Dončić's shadow. So look how much he had to alter his game playing with Luka, and look at him. He can play with the ball, get the ball up, and he the man in New York. You rather be a guy in Dallas or the man in New York. Anywhere, you know, if you can get the Knicks to win a championship, that's better than being the man in any other city. It's the mecca of basketball. That's better than being the greatest Laker of all time, being the greatest Knick of all time, and taking the Knicks to a championship. You entrench. I mean, financially, they talk about the financial ramifications for LeBron when he retired, being out there in LA. But if Bronson or whoever go to New York and they bring them championships, dude, you in a media mecca, the eastern mecca of, you know, it's the media mecca of United States, or maybe even North America. So why would he stay there and be in somebody's shadow? And it ain't too many guys that can play with LeBrons or Lukas or guys like that, or Trae Youngs. Them ball dominant guys, and they becoming more and more in style. It's no doubt about it. There's more guys coming into the league than ever before who can't play without the ball in their hand. So when you got guys like Jalen Brunson who could do the little things, and they can play with guys without the ball in their hand, and if they get in foul trouble, then they can ball with the ball in their hand. Those are the last of the Mohegans, man. They are a dying breed. But like I said before, I think he gonna want out. I don't think it's nothing they can do. Yeah, they got a number 10 draft pick or something like that. But you know, some of them guys that they got, like Josh Green, and some of them younger guys they got to find a way to develop those guys. And when you a team that's not quite a championship team, and you overachieved, or you can make the playoffs to go deep in the playoffs, you got to hit on them late picks. If San Antonio, people, for all the bullshit they get, San Antonio landed a #1 overall pick in 87 or whatever it was, to David Robinson, with landing a #1 overall pick in the 90s, and then, you know, 3 decades later, landing a #1 overall pick with the Walla Banana guy. You know, you got to understand, for that dynasty to have longevity, they had to find Ginobili, I think, late in the first round. Tony Parker late in the first round. They had to find guys like Bruce Bowen, and they had to develop those guys, and those guys became the stars. So when you a championship team, and the Pistons missed the boat. I'm a Piston fan. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk. When the Pistons missed the boat on Carmelo Anthony, which I'm going to do a video because Larry Brown brought some new personnel, so it should be up sometime this week. I ain't did it yet. But he had some new information on why they didn't take Melo, and I never heard Melo say this before, and it sounded like Melo really didn't want to come to Detroit, but that's just me on I'm giving y'all a little hint. But when they missed on that opportunity to have that pick and not add to their dynasty and find a way to make it work, it was a wrap. In San Antonio, that's what they did. They found ways to make Tony Parker. They found ways to get Manu Ginobili. They found ways to get the most out of guys like underachievers like Bruce Bowen. They found the ways to develop talent from other teams. They found ways to develop their own young guys and find those guys late in the draft. So when you down there, even if you a championship team, especially if you're not a free agent destination or a team that got Shaq and Kobe, that guys gonna come to take less and come to play and take less to win championships, to get the notoriety and to make the money on the with the avenues outside of basketball, you gotta hit on those late round picks. You can't sit there and, you know, let a Gilbert Arenas pass by. You gotta take chances on guys like Kevin Porter or Gilbert Arenas. You gotta find the Nikola Jokic, the Nurkic's. You know, you gotta find the Willis Reeds in the second round, the Dennis Rodmans. You gotta find those guys late in the draft, the Ginobilis, the Tony Parkers. You know what I'm saying? The Draymond Greens. You got to find those guys. And even more importantly, dude, when you at number 10 and you have a messed up year, you end up with a great pick. No matter if you 10-1, you got to make sure, you know, from the 1st to 10 or anywhere in that draft, you have to find those guys. You have to find the Tyrese Maxeys. You have to find the Desmond Bains to keep that going. You know, that's a great sign of an NFL team too. They able to draft guys at any given point in the draft to keep the dynasty rolling. You know, so that's very important, man. So that's very important. But yeah, man, I just think financially for Luka would have to want out of Dallas. He said to Mark Cuban, I don't want to be here. That's what he would have to really say. And, you know, will Mark Cuban say, well, I'll take LeBron for 2 years. But, you know, how much would Luka be worth to LA for them to lose that amount of money on LeBron? That's the question. Would they be like, okay, I'll take Luka? But to me, that still ain't an even trade. You get LeBron for 2 years, you get Luka for the next 10. They would have to throw something else in with LeBron. Because LeBron, Kyrie, and Luka ain't gonna work. 3 ball dominant guys and 3 guys that don't like to play defense, dude, that's a recipe for disaster. And if y'all don't really see what's going on, Kyrie then already took the team from Luka Dončić, right? He done already snatched the team from him. He want Luka to be Robin and he Batman. Just pay attention. Now he going leaking shit to the media saying, now I want to add this guy, that guy. I want to do this, that, and the third. Now he really just trying to be the brain of the operation. Dude, I wouldn't fuck with that dude, man. Personally, he probably cool. You know, he probably cool to kick it with. I don't know him but as a basketball dude, he trying to be the A dominant guy. He taking that team for Luka Dončić, and it's gonna cause a lot of problems moving forward. If Mark Cuban and Jason Kidd don't get a pecking order, and they got no choice but to pay Kyrie, because if he walk, how they gonna replenish Kyrie? That mean they gonna be bad again. Luka gonna bitch and complain. They gonna be bad, and they gonna be at the top of the draft with no talent, no Dorian Finney, Christian Wood about to walk. All them dudes, man. Yeah, Luka Dončić is gonna lose gonna blow a brain vessel. He gonna be gone regardless. So if Kyrie, and I don't think nobody want Kyrie. That's why he doing it. LA said, oh no, we don't want them. Don't nobody want Kyrie. Don't nobody want Kyrie. Nobody want them problems, bro. And yeah, he flashed at the end of last season. Yeah, he showed a lot of grit and ball handling. But like I said before, I'm not sure if it's not gonna work next year. They might have to trade Luka Dončić and Kyrie. This shit might not work. They might be at each other's throats. Because Luka don't know how to play without the ball and Kyrie don't know how to play with the ball. Who gonna be defense? Nobody. Just a clash of styles. But, you know, would LA do that? I think they would. But Dallas, what would be the motivation? You still wouldn't have enough to go around Luka and LeBron, Kyrie and LeBron to do nothing. They can't do it by themselves, especially a 40-year-old Bron and an inconsistent Kyrie Irving. So it don't make no sense to me. But what this trying to tell you is Kyrie trying to be the A dominant guy in Dallas, man. He trying to be that guy. Yeah, he trying to be that guy, bro. He basically trying to show Kyrie Luka who the boss is, and Mark Cuban, it's my shit. And he got all the leverage. Piss me off, I walk and y'all get nothing. But I'll go walk and take a $10 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. I'll go do that. You know, I prove my worth over there, win a championship, and they cash me out the next year. I could do that. So, yeah, Kyrie kind of got them by the testicles, the testicles. he got them by the balls. And Mark Cuban don't play this right, he gonna lose both of them. Real talk. But me personally, I never would have made that Kyrie trade. Just let you know, people want to make splashes, and these dudes don't understand basketball and how the league is played. It's hard to find guys that can play with ball dominant guys.